बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। हेलो दोस्तों, कैसे हो आप? मैं हूं मोहम्मद आजम रियाज और आप देख रहे हैं GN न्यूज़ उर्दू। आज तारीख है April 25, 2022. Here is the important news so far. First, Russia-Ukraine jung live. Russia-Ukraine war, Blankenship and Austin Zelensky talks in Kyiv. The European country came to the fore against Ukraine's membership of the European Union. Photos of Mariupol before and after the Russian army has turned south. The city of Ukraine, which was once a thriving port and holiday place, in a barren land. President Zelensky says 8 people have been killed since Ukraine accused Russia of trying to spread terror. Why is Germany not supplying heavy weapons to Ukraine? But Olaf Scholz has been accused of obstructing and disrupting the issue of heavy weapons for Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russian forces reportedly attacked Mariupol. Social Democrats of Germany, Russia and the past. Can Germany send heavy weapons to help Ukraine? Yes, but not directly, says Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Critics wonder how close his party is to Russia. Zelensky says Blinken will visit Austin, Kyiv. This will be the highest visit by a U.S. delegation since the start of the war 2 months ago. Zelensky criticized the UN.
Some important news from all over the world. Nigeria shocked by armor refinery deaths. President Buhari. Japan, missing tourist boat kills 10. The Kazu-1 tourist voyage, seen in the archive photo here, went missing on Saturday with 26 people on board. After becoming the first French president to be re-elected in 20 years, Emmanuel Macron told supporters he was the president of all. Missing tourist boat off the coast of Japan. The Coast Guard is searching for the 26 people aboard the ship when the boat sent a distress signal. Ramadan, Hagia Sophia, a glimpse of Turkey's modern transformation. Russia investigated the report. British SAS forces in Ukraine. Zelensky called for a meeting with Putin to end the war. An explosion at an illegal Nigerian oil refinery has killed more than 100 people. 1 killed, 45 rescued in Lebanese migrant boat capsize. Iranian Revolutionary Guards narrowly escaped death in a general attack. Turkey closes airspace for Russian planes bound for Syria. FM.
Middle East news. Clashes erupt in Jerusalem, with Israel responding to rocket attacks on Gaza with airstrikes. Initial clashes broke out between Israeli security forces Thursday around the entrance to the Al-Aqsa Mosque in the Old City of Jerusalem. The holy site of Jerusalem is raising fears of a return to war. Tensions are high in and around the Al-Aqsa Mosque after days of violence. Jordan's drug war has become a deadly undeclared war. Lebanon's economic crisis has made prisoners forget. The Syrians are signing up to fight for Russia. Cancer center that can't take patients. Qatar World Cup so controversial. Why is Libya's rival cabinet meeting is a challenge for Tripoli? Libya's rival government has held its first meeting in the latest challenge to the UN-backed administration in the capital, Tripoli. Since February, Libya has once again been divided between the two opposition cabinets, with parliament in the east electing Fathi Bashagha as the new prime minister, while incumbent Abdelhamid Dabibeh has refused to resign. At his first cabinet meeting in the southern town of Sabha, Mr. Bashagha announced that a new era was beginning in Libya after chaos and oppression. But there is widespread concern that the country's failure to hold planned elections in December could lead to new unrest in the country after the UN-backed political roadmap was called into question. An explosion at an illegal Nigerian oil refinery has killed more than 100 people. 1 killed, 45 rescued in Lebanese migrant boat capsize. Iranian Revolutionary Guards narrowly escaped death in a general attack. Turkey closes airspace for Russian planes bound for Syria. FM. 1 killed, 45 rescued in Lebanese migrant boat capsize. Several people are missing after a boat carrying 60 people capsized near the Lebanese port of Tripoli. Iranian Revolutionary Guards narrowly escaped death in a general attack. An Iranian general's bodyguard has been shot dead in Sistan, Baluchistan, a border province between Pakistan and Afghanistan. The fifth round of talks between Iran and Saudi Arabia took place in Baghdad. Both sides expressed hope that the talks would reduce bilateral, regional tensions, but lowered expectations of significant progress. Lebanese opposition candidates face threats. Now the news. The fence locked the occupants. Cavity cases have dropped below 500 in Irish hospitals. Why can India buy oil from Russia, still befriend the United States? India's Modi promises to invest in Kashmir. The government accepted the IMF's demand to end subsidies on petrol and electricity. Noam Chomsky rejects Imran Khan's conspiracy statement. The IMF has made a big announcement to complete the round of talks with Pakistan. Imran Khan, inside the big rally in Lahore for the deposed Prime Minister of Pakistan. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been ousted after losing a no-confidence vote in his leadership, accusing him of being behind the US leadership targeting him for foreign policy decisions. Were part of a conspiracy. Censors try to block viral Shanghai lockdown video. The video shows people begging for help with food and medicine in the city's severe lockdown. Afghanistan, Taliban order ban on TikTok, PUBG for misleading youth. New exports are at risk of delay due to Shanghai COVID lockdown. About one-third of cargo leaving the port of Shanghai is blocked due to severe COVID lockdown. 26 missing in Japan. Indonesia bans palm oil exports. New exports risk delays due to Shanghai lockdown. Britain and India sign Indo-Pacific Defense Agreement. Why tensions on the Korean Peninsula growing? Experts believe that North Korea is stepping up its military demonstrations to send a message to the United States and increase loyalty on the country's front lines. Sri Lanka, following the escalation of protest pressure, loyalists want the Prime Minister to resign. Pressure mounts on the government to resign following the protests by the media minister and other senior members of the party. Pakistan, a political crisis and a lack of media. Pakistani media is caught between politicians and the army. Also, crushing speech in Bangladesh. What is the way out of Sri Lanka's economic crisis? The finance minister has requested a rapid financing instrument from the IMF. What are the chances of a bailout? Pakistan's top body says there is no US conspiracy to oust former Prime Minister Imran Khan. The National Security Council, a body of senior civilian and military leaders, says it has no evidence to suggest a conspiracy. Can the Afghan Taliban overcome the threat of ISIS? A series of bombings in Afghanistan since the Taliban took power in August highlight security challenges. Modi's visit to Kashmir, youth indifferent but businessman farmer waiting for speech. The names of more than 100 people, including the Prime Minister, Rana Sanallah, were removed from the ECL. अभी के लिए इतना ही. देखने के लिए धन्यवाद.